to talk like this.
Yo, you know what? Last time I actually I grabbed the mic. That's better.
Grab the mic.
Yeah, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Get like personal with it. Oh,
Yeah.
it's like you're live right now.
Well, you know what? Last time I actually
So we can mute this.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Guys, welcome to another episode of Hardwork, Bad Decisions. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it. This week episode, we're going to talk a little bit about our pet peeves. Something we kind of find pretty funny. Things that annoy us, throughout our day-to-day. And we want to see if you guys agree with it, or if you also have the same pet peeves, or maybe if you have some new pet peeves. So let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
All right, guys. Once again, my name is Gilbert Jamal Smith, and this is...
I'm Rachel Michelle Jones.
I kind of like to call you Miss Jones. I want to start calling you Miss Jones.
Miss Jones?
Yeah, you know why?
Why?
Because I have the utmost respect for the position you play in my heart. Yeah, that's why.
Okay. What?
Don't even worry about it. That went over your head.
Did I miss something?
Yeah.
That was sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, that was me trying to be sweet and like romantic and whatnot, and you like, huh?
No, that was so sweet. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call you Mr. Smith. Right?
Okay. All right, so let's talk about the week. Just recap the week, and we actually got some pretty good information that I want to. I haven't even told you yet. This is gonna be really exciting. I'm so excited to tell you. Me and Carlos are now working to turn our business into a non-profit organization.
Really?
Yeah. We was talking last Friday, or was it Saturday, to a guy that's going to help us do the filing paperwork. And this program that we want to start is going to be for kids that could come and train for free, as we look for donations and possibly tax write-off as far as the business goes. But it would give us an opportunity to afford to train kids who can't afford to pay for the training.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I want to give a quick shout out to Carlos. He really kind of put most of this together, some of the friends he has, and I'm kind of jumping on board. But altogether, I'm really excited about this program.
That's awesome. I'm excited about it too. So what kind of training will it be? Like boxing or MMA or?
It will probably start off with just boxing, because it's a little bit easier for kids to understand.
Right. Right.
But we hope to move it towards jiu-jitsu and MMA and everything. And,
that's dope.
Yeah, I'm really excited. We actually just paid for the filing, which was quite a bit of money, but we paid for it, and now we got to wait for that guy to file it. He said it's going to take 4 to 6 weeks, and then after that, we have to file with also the IRS.
Okay.
And then we'll be talking to different companies. I maybe want to jump on board and give out some donations to help pay for gear.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this is everything's going to be allocated accordingly, and everything's going to be paperwork, so it's going to have that huge trust factor.
Yeah.
So any donations that go for people that donate to the program, there's going to be a tax write-off for them. So if somebody wanted to donate, it could be a personal person. It doesn't have to be like a business, and they could take it back for a tax write-off. So it's going to work out in a lot of different fashions.
That's dope.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard to read when people write. But so that's
going to be huge. That's going to be huge. I cannot wait for that. That's just to have that in the community.
Yeah,
that's going to be huge.
Yeah, to reach out to kids that need that extra help, and especially families who can't afford to send their kid to martial arts training, to get that extra discipline.
Yeah.
I'm so excited, and I'm really happy that Carlos was able to put a lot of this together, just through his connection. So, man, I thank you, brother, because it's something I've been thinking about. I want to do. I just didn't really know how to do it. So,
and now it's happening. Now it's all coming together.
Exactly. So
that's so exciting.
Yeah.
2018, big things happening.
Yeah, man. So what's going on with you?
Well, speaking of your youth program, it's funny you bring that up. I think one of the biggest things that happened this week, my son started the boxing class at Victory MMA,
Okay.
and he absolutely loved it. It was so wonderful to have him involved in something where, I mean, it's for all levels, beginners to pros, and he was able to jump in there, and he felt welcome, and he just worked his butt off, and he learned some new skills, and it was just. He was so happy. That was the best part. Is he was so happy he wanted to go back the next day, and he wants to go back next week.
Okay.
And it was just a really cool feeling to get him involved like that.
So let's paint the picture, because that day, the first day he came back, you was training jiu-jitsu. My son was lifting weights, and your son was boxing.
Yeah.
So we had both our families inside the gym being active. That is such a beautiful thing.
That was a great feeling.
Yeah, man.
That was a really great feeling.
Yeah. So we just gonna keep pushing forward. I really think 2018 is gonna be a great year for all of us. So I'm super excited.
Definitely.
Okay, all right, guys. So we're gonna jump in to our pet peeves. Okay. Once again, pet peeves are those sometimes a little small things. It could be big. But those, those things just annoy you, and people do it without even thinking about it, without even a concern to them, and that to me is the funniest part, because in my mind, these would be things I would never do to somebody. I would try my best to avoid it. So I'm gonna shoot off my first one, so people have an understanding. Okay, my first one is that guy or girl that's always late to everything. We always know that one friend that we literally have to lie to. If an event is happening at 1 o'clock, we can be like, okay, the event is starting at 12:30, because we already know they're going to be 30 minutes late.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I gotta say, I've been guilty of being...
You've been that person?
I've been that person a lot, actually, a lot. And, I kind of got to a point where I felt bad. I feel like I was disrespecting people's time, so I made a conscious effort to try and be on time more. But I mean, it still happens sometimes. Sometimes you got a lot going on. You got to finish doing your hair, and then you've got to text somebody back, and then
time management,
and then you have to get gas, and because you forgot to get gas, you had to get gas on the way there.
Okay.
And then there was traffic, and then somebody was driving slow.
And then the world ended, and then the second coming of Christ happened. Aliens invaded the earth. I get it. Shit happens, right?
What I have to do in order to not be late is I have to tell myself that I need to be there 15 minutes early. I have to trick my own mind. Otherwise, I will be late, because I've done it too many times.
Well, real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to my man, sports guy Mike. Yeah, we definitely gonna be on the radio and
Nice.
on your radio show, and which is 101.3. We always have a good time every time I come to your radio show. But let's get back to the topic. The problem with people who tend to be late is not the fact they're late once. Once is forgivable. Everybody's human. Twice, okay. You're building a pattern here. 3, 4, 5 times, now we got a problem. Now I can't trust you anymore. The trust is gone.
Yeah.
So, but we always have that friend, and even if they're not super late, they're kind of late, and sometimes they, the thing is too, is when they're late, they're not even rushing. They get there what's up? What's wrong? And I'm looking at them like, yo, I'm about to flip. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Calm down, bro. Or better yet, they do this. They would text you and say, I'm 5 minutes down the road, knowing that they still haven't even gotten into the shower yet. I'm on my way. And they haven't even left the house yet. They're still eating breakfast.
Oh, man, I've done that a lot.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I've done that a lot.
That definitely burns my whiskers.
Burns your whiskers. I don't think I've ever shown up late meeting you anywhere, though.
No.
I don't think I have. I think I've done pretty good. See, I've done pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I'm saying I've changed.
Yeah, good.
But my friends from back in the day that are watching this are knowing that I'm lying when I say that I'm never late, because they know me as being late all the time. But I have changed. I've grown.
Okay.
I've gotten better. You can change. So if that's a pet peeve you have, you can change it. Stop driving people crazy. Show up on time.
Okay. All right. Your turn.
All right, before I do mine, I want to give a shout out to Naomi Wolf here. She said wet feet on the bathroom rug.
But I don't even I'm trying to visualize that wet feet on the bathroom rug.
She also said it was adorable. Thank you, Naomi. I had a goat named Naomi. That's actually one of my favorite names ever. I named my goat Naomi. So much I love that.
You had a goat named Naomi.
Yeah, I named her Naomi. That's my favorite name.
The fact that you had a goat is badass. I love goats.
Do you?
I do. I love goats. Goats is like one of my favorite animals.
If my son was if he was going to be a girl, if he turned out being a girl, I was going to name it Naomi. That was like my name. So, anyways,
you know what my name was going to be if I was going to be a girl? Like my father told me.
Gladys.
Gladys. No, it was Tiffany.
Oh
my God! Yeah. My parents was going to screw me. I was going to be like a problem. If I was going to with my male attitude with the name Tiffany as a female, forget about it. I'd have been a problem.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
That's a good name. I feel like you would have embraced the name Tiffany more than Gilbert, though.
Yeah.
I feel like you would. If you were a girl and you were Tiffany, I think you would have rocked it. I think you would have liked it.
All right, so what's your pet peeve?
Yeah, let's skip over the one about the bathroom rug and that whole stuff. Because
I don't know list.
No, I don't have a list. I just wrote down a couple things, so I don't want to forget. Okay, so
everything I know is her.
First of all, okay, so going hiking, doing like the incline or any other beautiful nature trail, when people are playing their music on a speaker instead of just like in their headphones for themselves to hear it, when they're just blasting it, and it's not about the kind of music. It's just the fact that they're in an open space like that, just blasting their music. And they have no regard for if they're like interrupting people's peace or their space, or I don't know. I think it's really obnoxious.
Yeah, that is very inconsiderate, especially playing the music I don't like, and me and you for some reason are like neck and neck, and I gotta listen to that music all the way up. But then again, I got a couple questions because typically I have my headphones in, so I probably won't even hear your music, even if it's blasting.
Okay, I know, I get that. I actually usually have my headphones in as well, but there are times when, either my phone died or my headphones died, or times when I was hiking with other people, and we were having either having like a casual conversation or just hiking and enjoying nature, and it's being interrupted by some electric dance music. And I think
so you start fist pumping, and you try to figure why am I fist pumping? I don't know why, but I'm going. I feel your pain.
I think it's so obnoxious.
Okay, so guys, if you're hiking or you're doing an incline or whatever, try to bring some headphones or something that you don't bother other people. Be considerate.
No, the people who do it, they don't care. They're like, I want to hear music. I'm sure everyone wants to hear. I think they think they're doing everyone a favor by bringing the music.
What if the incline had like they played general pop music the whole time? Like they had music playing, or like speakers going up the incline. I don't know. Would be interesting. I guess
that just made me mad. I don't like that idea. I don't like that at all.
Bad idea. Take that idea, ball it up, throw it away.
I just envisioned it and I heard it and that would ruin it.
Okay.
No.
All right. So no music, no loud music when you're hiking. I get it.
Not in the nature. The animals don't want to hear that.
True. I forgot about the animals.
That's what it's about.
The animal rights. Yeah, forget about that.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Your turn.
My turn. Okay, cool. My next one is, I'm a pretty nice guy. I think, So when I'm driving, I don't get road rage. I don't feel like I own the road or anything like that. So if we driving and I see that you need to turn in or cut in front of me, I'll let you do it. I don't care. Cut in front of me, turn in front of me. I don't care. Whatever. But just give me my thank you wave. Give me my thank you. I earned that.
The thank you wave.
The thank you wave. Now, I get it.
That makes people crazy when they don't get their thank you wave.
I know people be like, well, you saw that in Seinfeld, which I did. But, back when I saw it in Seinfeld, it was on Seinfeld. Okay. Yeah, when I saw that episode, I actually wasn't driving back then. It was that long ago. Okay. However, now that I am driving, every time that somebody let me in, I give them a thank you wave. It's just that common courtesy. Thank you. Is that too much?
No. I get it. I understand what you're saying. It doesn't bother me because I feel like it's all about the intent of what you're doing. If I'm going to be kind to someone, I'm doing it because I want to be kind. It's the person that I am. I'm showing this person kindness. I don't have an attachment to how they react to it. I don't care how they react to it. How they react to it is a reflection of them. Me showing them kindness in the first place, that's a reflection of me. And that's the only part that I can control.
Yo, bullshit. If I let you win, son, if I let you win,
it's like,
you better give me my thank you.
It's a lot like when men will hold the door open for a woman, and she goes in and doesn't say thank you, and then he like freaks out on her and starts yelling at her. Same thing. I think it's crazy.
I don't know.
It's so weird that he gets so mad and now he's freaking out on her.
Because typically when a man opens up the door for a female stranger, it's probably because he's trying to get a look at her butt. I'm just saying. Isn't this true, brothers?
Oh,
isn't it true, brothers?
You're going to speak for everyone? Really?
I'm just saying, yo, I'm dropping knowledge.
So what I teach my son is that holding the door open for someone is a sign of kindness and respect to that person. And that's all it is. You do it. You're a respectful person. You're a kind person. You hold the door open. That's it. Sometimes people are going to be kind and they're going to respond with thank you. Sometimes they're not. And that's not your problem.
Well,
maybe that person is having a really horrible day and they're stuck in their head and they're not paying attention.
Well, I'm not going to trip about it.
Maybe they're just a bad person.
I'm not going to trip about it.
Why take yourself down to their level by freaking out on them and getting mad at them?
Well, because...
Don't let them make you a jerk, too.
Well, I'm not going to flip out. I'm not going to trip out about the situation. But I'm just saying, just for people that's watching going forward, if somebody do something nice, just say thank you. It's too easy just to say, thank you, sir. Or if we drive it and I let you cut in, you give me my damn thank you wave. Okay? Give me my thank you wave.
So can I ask you this?
Go ahead.
When you let that person in, was it because you wanted a wave or just because you wanted to do the right thing and be nice?
I want to do the right thing. Okay? But I would like a little response of the fact that I did the right thing.
But you already know you did the right thing.
I know I did the right thing.
You don't need them to validate you.
I don't. But it's
you're a good man. You don't need a wave.
Listen.
To feel like a good man.
Have you ever gave somebody something and they just took it away from you and just walked away and you'd be like, yo, where's my thank you?
Yes, I have a child.
Okay, exactly. It's the same concept. Now, you did that because you care for the person.
Yeah,
but you still want to see, we want some type of respect.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
All right. So give me my thank you wave.
Okay, give him his thank you
wave. I don't want
wave.
no problems, but it may be a problem if you don't get my thank you wave.
He needs his wave. So make sure you wave at him. If he does what he's supposed to on the road and lets you in.
Let's make a correction. I'm not supposed to let you in. Okay, so my pet peeve was, to recap it, was that if we driving and I see that you need to cut in or cut over or whatever, and I let you in, all I'm saying is just to give me a thank you wave, because I don't need to do that. I can make you sit there and wait. Okay? Yeah. And a lot of people do that. But I feel like I don't own this road and I like to share. I'm a kind, gentle human being.
Yes, you are.
Okay? So all I ask is for you to do the same thing and give me my thank you wave.
Okay.
All right?
You know, the more you talk about it, I'm starting to feel bad about you not getting all those thank you waves.
There's a lot of thank you waves I'm due.
And
so if you owe me a thank you wave, hit me up.
I feel like from now on, anytime I thank you for something, I'm going to add a wave.
Okay,
no matter what it is. No, I feel like you're due some thank you waves, and I want to help you get those. Okay,
I appreciate your smart ass thank you waves. Anyways, we move on. What's your next one?
Oh, this is a really big pet peeve of mine. Oh, and maybe because my last occupation, I worked as a server in a fine dining establishment. When people are rude to their waiter or to their server, I feel like that is a huge pet peeve of mine. It takes only a couple seconds to show some kindness, to say thank you, to acknowledge them when they approach your table. Like, these little things, I don't know if people who haven't served before, they don't realize that they're... So you're getting slotted on your own show.
Dennis, be quiet. Just move along. All right, just keep watching and get started on the show. Okay.
Anyways, I guess for people who haven't served before, maybe they don't realize that all of those little things, they really do matter. When someone's approaching your table to greet you, stop your conversation and acknowledge them. They only want to talk to you for a second. All they want is your order so that they can go on with their job. They don't want to like hang out with you. They don't want to sit down with you. Just take a second, acknowledge them. When people don't do that, or when their plate's brought to them and they don't say thank you, little things like that.
So general kindness.
Yeah, it's general, but I don't know if people feel like because they're being waited on that they're somehow above that person,
I don't know
and they
that.
don't need to show that kind of respect.
No.
Same as like another example would be when you're checking out in a store and someone stays on their cell phone having a conversation, instead of hanging up and acknowledging the cashier and just having that short interaction with them and treating them like a human being and not a machine. I see that a lot too. I see people who just stay on their phones throughout the checkout, and I feel like that's so rude.
I do think it could be a sign of rudeness, but I don't think it's because somebody feel above the other person. Because I've been engaged in a conversation, and a waiter would come in. You know what? I usually stop. Actually, I usually do stop at the end and like acknowledge the. Yeah, I usually do stop. But if I didn't, because I'm so like engaged in this conversation, it's not because I don't feel like the other person don't matter. It's only because I'm like, I need to finish what I'm doing. But typically I would stop, you know. But I do understand that pet peeve, especially somebody that have been in that situation. But at the end of the day, we're just talking about just being generally kind human beings, just like with my thank you wave.
Okay, so here's how ours are different.
Okay.
Here's how I'm going to make an argument out of this. With my pet peeve, it's witnessing someone treat another human being like they're not another human being because of their position of what in my opinion is power, but what they act like is power, you know, because I am the customer and you have to wait on me. So I don't have to treat you like you're my equal, or you're just a cashier. I'm on the phone. I'm having this conversation. I don't have to interact with you. I don't have to talk to you. It's that kind of attitude that's superiority that I witness that just, it irritates me.
Okay, so paint the picture here.
Much.
So basically me and you was having a very heated discussion, as we typically do. That's why we're doing this podcast. And in a waiter or waitress come by and she pours us a glass of water. We should stop and say thank you and keep continue with our conversation.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's not too much to ask for. I think that's very simple and respectful. And yeah, I think that's easy to do.
Yeah. So for those of you who, and I think a lot of times it can also happen with people just not paying attention. You know, if you're just not aware.
Sometimes those waiters be like ninjas. Like, oh, I didn't see you. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
My glass is full. I didn't realize you even came by.
Yeah, no, that's true. So I think maybe if you're not even aware if you do that or not, maybe now you can pay a little more attention when you're going out to eat somewhere of just how you're interacting with your server and make a little more of an effort to acknowledge their presence and be kind. Your turn.
Okay, cool. All right, so my next one is okay. Simple. You text someone and they don't text you back in a fashionable, in a timely manner. That is so annoying. You send out a text. You know what's actually more annoying? Is when you text me first and then I respond and then you don't respond. Now that sends me over the edge. Like, why? Like, you the one that started the conversation. So why then now that I respond, you feel like you're going to spend an hour to respond? And I understand you may have forgotten. Life happens. But I'm a quick text backer, if that's a thing.
So I have a question for you. Now that I know that all of your pet peeves are all of the things that I do, why are you with me?
I don't think you do that. Like, you never late, and the whole the thank you wave.
Okay, I'm not late anymore.
Yeah.
I do the thank you wave.
Yeah.
I do. Just this little whatever. That whole the texting thing, man, I forget. Or sometimes I don't like texting and driving. I hate texting and driving. And I try not to. I know it's illegal for a reason.
Yeah.
So I do everything I can to prevent from texting and driving. So a lot of times, yeah, maybe before I got in the car, I got the text back from you, and I'm like, I gotta go, and I'll just text you back when I get to where I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
And then I had to.
Well, yeah, okay.
And then there was
and then the aliens came.
And then I had to.
Yeah, the second coming of Jesus Christ happened.
I'm so busy.
The volcanoes erupted.
And I have a lot going on.
Yeah, I get it. It's crazy. All I'm saying is this, okay? Text back as soon as possible. That's why we do texting, because it's so quick, And instead of a phone call, sometimes it's quick to say, text back, yay, yes, no, maybe so, whatever the case may be. But especially if you started the conversation, okay?
Okay, but some people are like extra long texters, where like you can't send them a quick text. You can't just be like, hey, answer this question, and they just answer it. Instead, it's got to be like, they answer it, and then they ask you a question. Okay, now you got to answer that question. Then they ask you another question. Then they make a joke. Then they ask you if you understood the joke that they made. And they keep texting you. It's like, stop, I just wanted to know this one thing. And now you're mad at me because I'm not texting you back. Yeah, stop texting me so much. I got things to do. And now I look like a jerk because I'm not texting back all of these texts.
Well.
So when that happens, it's like...
I love a quick text, and I love a quick text response. And it's just simple respect and kindness to just respond. Even if you say, hey, I'm busy right now, I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I agree.
Or I'm driving right now, I text you when I'm done. Those simple things. And instead of keeping me on hold and I'm wondering what's going on, it's water wet. It's water wet.
What does that mean?
That's I don't know what that means. You tell me it's water wet.
Why is water wet?
Yeah, that's an arbitrary question considering that we're talking about pet peeves. Anyways, moving on. Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, so if I text you, text me back, or at least let me know that you're busy and you can't text right now, and then we can move on. No problems, all right?
All right. So, pet peeve that I have, that I get quite often is like, it's almost like a backhanded compliment. When someone tells me that when someone sniffs my hair, and yeah. Anyways, but
I love the way your hair smells.
And
it's so soft and curly.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Don't eat it.
All right.
I mean, you could. I put a lot of condiments in it, keep it healthy and strong.
Condiments?
You want to try it?
I thought you were about to.
Anyways,
yeah, go ahead.
Anyways, when someone tells me that they think I have beautiful eyes, and then before I can even respond, they come back with, oh, but you hear that all the time, don't you? And I don't know what to say from that point. Or, oh my God, I love your hair. You have the most beautiful hair. Oh, but I'm sure you always hear that.
So they give you a compliment and like put you in an awkward position.
Yes.
Like you're like, how do you respond to this?
Yeah, how do you respond to that when someone gives you a compliment and then puts you on the spot, like treats you as if you're conceited or something because you hear that all the time? I don't know. Like, have you seen Mean Girls?
Not in a very long time.
You've seen it though?
I think.
You watched Mean Girls?
I don't think I've watched the whole thing.
Gonna say no.
If I did, it's because I got daughters.
So Regina is like, you're really pretty. And Katie's like, thanks. And then Regina's like, so you agree? You think that you're really pretty? Like, that's the mean, like the backhanded compliment, like, where you compliment somebody and then you accuse them of believing it.
Hey,
why do people do that?
Hey, you know what? I have the same problem. Like, if I happen to be shirtless, walking around with my shirt off and some cocoa butter on, I'm not saying that happens very often, but it happens.
Did you say cocoa butter?
Yes.
You better stay out of my cocoa butter.
I got my own. I got gallons of cocoa butter.
You just rub it on yourself?
Yes. That's a black thing. I mean, that's what
so
brothers...
you just rub cocoa butter on yourself and you walk around without your shirt?
I mean, it happens. It happens. Not very often.
Go on.
But the fact is that, people will give that compliment and they're like, yo, bro, you look pretty jacked. And I always have a hard time replying to that because I don't know what to say. Because if I say, yeah, I am jacked, then it'd be like, I'm super conceited. Or if I ignore it, then I just ignore that person.
So how do you respond to that when someone says you're jacked? People say you're jacked.
I don't think anybody ever said I was jacked, bro. I'm just making it up.
You're jacked.
Bro, you so jacked. I don't think
You
I
ever
ever
said that to anyone?
Have I ever said no?
Yeah.
No.
You tell a guy who's jacked?
No, I know.
Bro, you're looking jacked.
Yo, I've said to a guy like, "Hey man, you looking kind of big these days. What's going on? Like you been hitting the gym, you know?" But we turned it into a conversation from there. You know, he been after he like, "Yeah man, I've been putting work in." I'm like, "All right man, well you know you've been doing good job." You know, we turned into a conversation instead of me like being a little bit of a groupie and be like, "Bro, you look jacked," and then he kind of look at me like that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird.
But so I feel your pain. But you do have pretty eyes though.
Thank you.
I bet you hear that all the time.
It's the first time today.
Okay. All right. Well, let's go to another one you have in your list. You have a longer list than I do.
I do, and we're gonna sidestep that for 1 second because Kyle Gonzalez here, he explained what he was referring to earlier. He said there's been a huge controversy about water being wet. Is the water wet, or is it just water? Like take for example, if you pour water on something, it gets wet, right? Mm-hmm. But is water wet itself? And yeah, it's basically a weird question that's been asked a lot. Is water wet?
Wow, that's like a philosophical question that has no bearing on any.
That's like science.
No, it's not science. It's like...
Yes, that's science. This is not a Bill Nye show.
Okay, so to just answer the question, so we can move on. Water is not wet. Water can't be wet.
It is. Yes, actually, it is.
No. Water makes other things wet.
No, water's. I'm not.
Hey, you know what? Y'all could all. You know, see, y'all about to make me curse, okay? Yeah, you know.
Which word? What are you gonna say?
I was gonna say.
Darn.
Yeah, I was gonna say darn. But everybody keeps saying you're killing me. Like, wait, are you still in my show? Steven, it's like, wow, she's killing you, Gilbert. First of all, call me Jamal. Thank you, Maldonado.
I love that everyone's on my side because.
Of course, you got pretty hair.
I just got another point. So that's Gilbert 0, Rachel 17.
It's all good.
All right, so I'll throw another one at you, okay?
All right.
Okay, and that is, and you'll understand this one. Maybe you'll understand this one. Mm-hmm. I don't know. You're so busy. I think people get that. But as someone who is self-employed, mm-hmm. people don't believe that you can be busy when you're self-employed. I don't know. It's like they think self-employed means you have more time. Mm-hmm. Maybe just because you're able to make your own schedule, mm-hmm. they believe that you're more available. So, for example, like when I was in school and when I was working, you know, like a real job, and I had to clock in and clock out, that type of thing, I could tell people, I'm busy this week. Maybe we can make plans next week. And they believed it. Now, people ask me to do stuff, and they're like offended when I tell them that I'm busy. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know. Does that
if you say I'm busy, I'm working on my business.
Or when I say like I have plans, or I just don't have the free time, or next week it's better for me. Whatever it is. I don't know. I feel like when I'm self-employed, because I've ran a different business before in the past for the last 10 years, and I'm currently self-employed. So I think I get a lot of people who want attention sooner, and I don't have it, and they get offended when I tell them that I'm busy. Like, I'm not making it up. I'm not lying.
Well, I tell you this.
You work harder when you're self-employed.
Well, two things. A, you are super busy, so I could definitely vouch for that. B, I don't have that problem because I don't have a social life. I don't, nobody don't hit me up to say, hey, let's go chill out. So you're way cooler than I am. So I never run into that situation to begin with because nobody hits me up like, hey, you want to chill out this weekend? I'm like, nah, man, I'm too busy. Usually those people don't hit me up anyway, so.
You hear that? Gilbert here, wait, what's your name? Is it Jamal?
Jamal, yeah.
Gilbert here needs
You can call me Power Sharp then.
Gilbert needs some friends, you guys. He needs some friends. He's not busy.
Yeah.
He has nothing to do.
Yeah.
And now's a really good time to hang out with him. If anyone wants to go to lunch
with
this handsome kind fellow
Yeah,
here.
and I'm really a good conversationalist.
He loves to talk.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, he will talk for hours.
You
And
know what?
no, it's a good thing. It's good.
I'm not talking to myself. You talking back with me, so we both talking.
I have to talk back to you, or you will just keep talking like you're right. I have to interrupt you and let you know that you gotta stop talking in that direction because you're just not. No.
Okay. Well. I was right. I was right about one thing. It's like Stephen Maldonado agrees with me. He said, "Water is not wet. Water makes other things wet." Okay. So as I've been now I'm getting a little bit of a fan base here. Thank you, Stephen Maldonado. You're my homie. I appreciate that.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry. I was homeschooled. I don't know science like you do about water being wet and wet water or whatever.
Well, I'm just saying.
See, look, you got a friend request. Chicken and waffles next week. Look, check that out. See? Look, I got you a date. I got you a play date.
Yo, the thing about chickens and waffles, I'm kind of over that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a little bit over that. I think I beat that to bed and now I'm done. So my uncle, that's my uncle right there, Mark Albert. He said, "What's the topic?" Well, the topic today is pet peeves.
Yeah.
So
please feel free to share yours.
Yeah. So anybody, feel free to share whatever pet peeves you have.
I love hearing people's pet peeves.
Yeah. So the ones I listed was the person that's always late. No matter what, they're always late. I also said, when you're driving and you let somebody cut in and they don't give you the thank you wave, that's super annoying. And also the person that you text somebody and it takes forever to text you back. And I'm gonna go into the next one that's gonna add on that one.
Oh, you got another one?
Yeah.
Go for it.
When people call you instead of just texting you. I'm sorry, times has changed and technology has improved. And I get it. People we don't talk no more. We are too disconnected. We are all about the phones and social media. But it is what it is. I am annoyed when somebody call me instead of texting me, especially when it could have been a quick text. You know who's most famous for that?
Not me.
No, it's my kids.
Oh,
my kids. Mind you. Let's paint the picture.
Mark.
I'm teaching class, okay, and my phone is near me only because a lot of times we use my phone for the music, for like Pandora, okay. So my phone rings. I look at the phone to see if it's an important phone call, and it's my kids. So of course, if my kids call, I could take a pause from class, from teaching a technique or drill or whatever, and go figure out, is my kids okay? Now if they call me, I'm thinking it's going to be some type of emergency. No, it'd be like, "Hey, Dad, can you bring home some milk?" I'm like, "Yo, can you not text me that? Don't call me, especially I'm teaching, I'm working." To them, they're like, I'm running a business. I don't think they realize this is actually a real business.
Yeah, that's.
And they call me. Something simple. Hey, can you bring home some milk and some butter and bread? Like, you could text me that. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So some of that calls. You got something to add to that?
Yeah. No. It actually made me think about when people call and leave a voicemail, and the voicemail is saying that they called and to call them back. Yeah. You ever get those?
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, it's just me. So just trying to reach. Sorry I missed you. Give me a call back when you can." And they called because on our phones, we can tell when somebody calls and when you have a missed call. It's like you can tell,
Call ID.
And you're probably going to call them back because you have a missed call from them. I mean, it's kind of a given at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
So to actually go into my voicemail and pull up the message and then listen to you telling me that you called and that you want me to call you back, I feel like it's a little redundant,
I mean, I could add to that, right?
Yeah.
So I hate when somebody texts and they don't tell me who they are. They could be somebody I maybe text this once and they automatically think that I got their number saved or something. I don't know. I don't want to save 1,000 numbers in my phone, so I only have certain numbers saved. But if I text you and we haven't talked in a long time, okay, I'm going to say, "Hey, this is Jamal. I was texting you because such and such." I hate when somebody texts me and they just go into this conversation and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know who this is.
That's so much fun. Then you get to try to figure it out. I won't ask. I'll ask questions.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "So, how's the family? And then you can, hear what they say about, if they're their kids or their parents. They might give you something that has to do it. Everyone's got a family.
I'll be like, listen.
So how's work?
No.
And then maybe they'll tell you something about like the place they work or.
I'm too blunt. I'm too blunt. I'll be like, I don't got this number saved. Can you please tell me who this is?
People get mad at that, and what's funny is last September.
But I always add the whole I got a new phone.
Okay, no. So that's what I was gonna say. It's like, okay, so last September my phone actually did break, and I lost all of my numbers, and I had to get a whole new phone. And I made a post about it on Facebook and Instagram, social media. That's the only way that I could publicly announce it. Telling everybody, please text me. I don't have anyone's numbers. So over the course of the next few weeks, people would text me. Instead of texting me their number, they would just text me. And I'd be like, who's this? I don't have your number. I lost my phone, whatever. And they were mad that I didn't have their number. It's like they didn't take the time to send me the text when my phone broke. Mm-hmm. But they wanted me to still have their number like a month later.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Because everyone uses that excuse, oh, this is a new phone, I don't know who it is. Which is not fair. New phone, who it is? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But sometimes that's a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I do.
Keep mad at me.
That's what I do. I just say, hey, I either didn't save this number or I have a new phone, and like, just text and let the person know, especially if you haven't talked to them in a long time.
Yeah.
Things happen, new phones, get lost, whatever the case may be. Just say, hey, this is Jamal. I'm just hitting you up because such and such,
Yeah.
I think that's pretty simple.
Yeah, I'm going to start doing that too when I text you.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey.
Yeah, I got your number
Rachel,
saved. Yeah.
This is your girlfriend. Can you bring some milk home?
You got another one there?
I do have another one actually, and it's
full of pet peeves. But you know what? All your pet peeves is not like pertaining to me, so I feel like I'm doing a good job over here. I'm just saying.
All right, no, I got a good one. Okay. Actually, no, you know what? I did have one, and I forgot. I had one I was thinking earlier, and it did pertain to you.
You talking about I'm perfect. I don't do anything that annoys you.
Okay, so one of my pet peeves is when my boyfriend talks about how he's perfect,
yeah,
and that he doesn't do anything that annoys me. No, I was going to say that when people play the guessing game, and I know because I'm mixed, people can't always tell what I'm mixed with. So they like to play the guessing game, and they ask me, "What are you?" That's always the question. What are you? And I usually would just answer black and white, and they don't believe me. They just keep staring. Like, no, there's something else in there. Where are you from? But if I say I'm black and white, I'm some Native American, then okay, that's it. Mm-hmm. All right, but it's like I can tell they want to guess what it is.
I mean,
and it's a weird feeling when people are trying to
like feeling though because they really don't know. So
I know
they're trying to see what your features are speaking for. Like if you have maybe slanted eyes, I hate to say, they probably think you probably mix a little bit of Asian. If I'd have met you, I'd have thought you were a little bit mixed with Latino or.
Yeah, sometimes people think that too.
I know. But because you have green eyes.
I know. It's like, but I just don't like being the subject of the guessing game and just sitting there when a couple people are going back and forth. Like, no, I think she looks a little more Hispanic. No, I think she looks a little more, and they kind of talk about it or.
Well.
It's strange.
Well, I'm gonna be a little bit more real with you.
I'm human. I'm a woman.
Okay. I'm gonna get a little serious with you for a quick second.
No.
Yeah, man.
Say something I'm not gonna like.
Yeah, well, no, I mean, it's the same thing when somebody look at me and they say, "What are?" And they won't say that. They would just assume that I'm black. Guess what, guys? Black is not a race. It's not an ethnic background. It's nothing. Okay, and to this, I'm not even black. I'm like more brown. I like to say caramel, right? So, or if someone's like, I'm white. Okay, I get it. You're white, but what are you? What are you? If you don't know, you don't know. And I get it. People just pick something general and say black, white, whatever.
So what are you?
I'm West Indian. Yeah. So if I have to pick something I'm closest to, both my parents is from the Virgin Islands. They're both from St. Thomas, and that's the West Indians. So if I have to pick one culture, it will have to be West Indian because that's what both my parents are.
Well, you say that now.
Mm-hmm.
but when the results come back for that DNA test
you took
about a month ago,
yeah,
we'll find out the truth.
I'm probably mixed with a lot of stuff because my grandma, she is super light skinned. Like she gotta have some crazy stuff on her, and who knows what my mother's got on her. So I mean, it's all good. I know that I'm not. You know, when people are like I'm black, I'm pure black. That's not true. Almost nobody is pure anything unless you literally coming from Nigeria and like in your skin tone is completely black. But most people are mixed with a bunch of different stuff, and I'm fine with that. I just don't like people who try to put me in a box and say you're just black, and I think that kind of once again it just puts me in a box, and I feel like I'm more than just that. And one, black is not a race; it's just a color, So yeah, I'm West Indian. There you go. That's my background, my ethnic background.
You got any more peeves?
You know what? I think we complained enough.
You're not having fun?
Yeah. like, God, they just complaining about life, everything.
Oh, I think it's fun to talk about the little things that irritate you, especially when you hear other people talk about them.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are just unaware of what gets under other people's skin. Do you have any pet peeves that are stupid? Stupid? That you shouldn't even have, but things that just kind of bother you?
That's a good one.
Something that you can't even justify it. You're just like, I just don't like that.
I'm a pretty rational person. I'm a pretty rational, logical, person. I mean, okay. Listen, I'm not perfect, but I do like to try to take people, basically how they are, and accept them for their faults because I know I have many. But the things that annoys me is when people are just not considerate.
Yeah.
That's it. If you could just treat people the way you want to be treated, like say for instance, if you have an event and you say be here 2:00 and I get there 3:00, you will be pissed.
It's over.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
3:00, it's over. Yeah.
Yeah, if you send me out a text and you ask me a question, it could be a simple question, it could be a very important question, but I take almost half the day or don't even text back. That's super annoying. Okay, maybe the whole cutting in and not giving me my thank you wave. Maybe that's one I could kind of forgive a little bit, and I do because there's nothing I can do about it. Now I can pull up on a person and hey, give me my thank you wave. But I just like when people just be considerate, man. That's pretty simple.
Brent here said, can't stand people who put ketchup all over the fries instead of on the side. Don't need that negativity. Honestly, I can't pour ketchup all over my fries either. I gotta dip it.
I know.
I think that's...
I pour ketchup all over.
That's sloppy.
I pour ketchup all over my fries.
Then they're gonna be soggy and they're cold in spots and you're ruining a perfectly good plate of fries by covering them with ketchup.
No,
They'll stay hot and they'll stay crispy if you leave them together, and then you just dip them as you need them.
You know what? I have to disagree. I like to almost douse my French fries of ketchup just all over it. Same thing like syrup and pancakes. I just I don't know.
Well, syrup. I don't know who's ever dipped the pancake. People do that. People dip pancakes.
Or what about the guy that he cuts his hamburger and he eats his hamburgers with a
fork in it.
A fork and a knife.
That's called being classy. Okay, that's what that is.
You would. Yeah,
you would too. You're sloppy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ketchup all
That's
over
how I
your
live
fries.
my life. Don't judge me.
No.
Don't judge me. Oh, you know what? Okay. Here's my last one.
Okay.
This is a personal one. I've had issues with friends, maybe even you, whatever case and people like, man, you always on social media. You live on social media.
That was one of mine. I forgot. Sorry, go ahead.
And the thing is, I run my business on social media. I do most of my marketing on social media. I have to have a social media presence. That's how I'm able to put food on the table, and people don't understand. They think I just like to write things and post things just because I want to see myself and get likes. You know what? I can live my life without social media, but the fact is the way this world is today, you don't connect to people, business-wise or personally, if you don't have social media. It's sad, but it's true, and that's the way we got to do it. And it's free too. Free advertisement.
I get that. I completely understand. I have my own business. Side note, Kyle said people that smack their food is one of my pet peeves.
Yeah, I was just reading that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that bothers a lot of people.
I do that.
It doesn't bother me. That doesn't bother me.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I smack the hell out of my food.
I'm
if
also
it's
someone...
good, well, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
But I tell you, if you cook something and I'm not smacking my food, that means it wasn't that good. I'm just being real. Don't hate me. Just keeping it real, homie.
Good to know.
It's good.
Oh, you remind me of my goat I used to have.
Can I have some more? You got some more for that? I'll take yours too.
Yeah, no, that doesn't bother me. I don't know, it's weird. That and like snoring. Snoring bothers a lot of people. I love snoring. It doesn't bother me at all.
You call me
grizzly bear. Yeah, because you sound like a wild animal.
It's not because I'm so big and cuddly.
It's like a wild beast. Anyways, though, about the phone thing. That one is actually a really big pet peeve of mine. It must not be that big, I completely forgot all about it. But people that are on their phones all the time, especially when you're out to dinner with somebody. Mm-hmm. Being someone who used to work as a server, I used to see that all the time. There would be either one person on their phone and the other person just kind of sitting there, and they're just like sitting there scrolling. And their date is just sitting there looking bored and sad. I feel so bad for them. Or if both people are on their phones, it's like, why'd you guys come out to eat together? Mm. If you're in two different places on your phone.
It's really sad when you see the whole family, the mother, father, the kids.
Yeah, and like everyone's on their phone. And I get it. I have a kid. I have a business. I need to use social media. I need to check my phone. And there's a difference between checking and scrolling. And you can tell when people are checking, and sometimes they'll even say they're checking, oh, I need to write this person back really quick or whatever. And then they just pull it out and they're just scrolling, kind of laughing to themselves. They see something, scroll some more, and they keep scrolling. And, there's a difference. And I feel like it's just really rude. It's really disrespectful to the person that you're with when you have the phone up in front of them and they have to compete for attention against whatever's on your screen. Mm. It's unfair because your screen's full of stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's like the ADD, like having to have all the flashing lights and colors and words and funny videos and
the best thing that have happened to me is when I went to the Ultimate Fighter show and they took my phone away. Mm-hmm. And I had to go through like a detox from having my phone and social media and all the things that comes with that. That was a really good experience, like to live life a little bit and live in the moment without having to always check my phone or look at my phone or take videos or take pictures or something. It was really good to just be me, and have my life to be my life and that I could cherish and not something I have to share with the world all the time. I actually post less than what I used to since then.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know I post a lot, right? Okay, but I used to post way more. I'm getting better. You may not see it because you didn't know me before the show, but I'm getting better. I'm getting better. So we live in the moment. Are we good? We got enough pet peeves out?
Yeah, it's a fun thing to talk about.
Yeah, I bet. I just want to give a quick shout out to Caleb Crump. He fought last night for our Victory MMA and Hustle Hog Boxing, our gym, our family, and he was able to walk away with a first round armbar submission win.
Yeah.
Now he's on a 3-fight winning streak, with 2 finishes. And we're looking to fight again real soon. And he's in perfect health, and I'm so excited. His win not only was great for him in his career, for sure. Mm-hmm. It was great for me as a coach. It was also really great for his training partners. Basically, he's inspiring the up-and-comers.
Exactly.
So thank you, Caleb, for putting in the hard work.
Good job, Caleb.
And Carlos for helping out. For the training partners that also helped out Caleb. One team, one fight, hard work, dedication.
Whoa! Hey, real quick, when's the next fight? When are the next ones we can look forward to?
I think we're gonna do a grappling tournament February 24th. We have a few people doing that. Then we go into we have another fight card March 3rd. We're probably gonna put somebody on it, and we have another one for April 28th.
Okay, so those are like the days that we're looking.
Yeah. As far as fight goes,
okay.
March 3rd, April 28th, which will be locally here in Colorado Springs, which is super dope, super convenient for us. And
nice.
We're gonna have some good fighters on that.
I can't wait to go. I didn't get to go to Caleb's yesterday, but I'll definitely be there next time.
I told him you said congratulations. He was He was very appreciative.
Yay.
You know,
I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. He was actually mad because on the mic he said he meant to give you a shout out for giving him that massage.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, but he forgot. He gets on the mic and he gets like super excited.
That's okay.
He forget things. But nah, it was really awesome seeing him compete. But we can keep pushing forward with some of the other guys we got coming up, Jerry, Dylan, and maybe some of the other guys. So I'm really excited.
Nice. Can't wait.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up, guys. Thank you for watching another episode of Hard Work, Bad Decisions. The good, the bad, the ugly. Let's talk about it.
See you next time.